Everybody, Tyler here at the Speedway Signature event, checking in with team number 99904B Boogie Woogie, who had a phenomenal year so far, coming in already a finalist, Excellence Award coming in, Skills Award, and also an Amazing Award under their belt so far at this event. Take a look at their robot. I really like the entire packaging we've gone through on this. Had some really cool things to talk about, by the way. Great blocker, some PTO that's a little bit unique. We'll be diving a bit more into that, and so much more to cover coming up here on Pits and Parts. This video on fun is brought to you by viewers like you and also in partnership with the following. The Robotics Education and Competition Foundation provides fantastic programs for students from elementary school all the way through college. These include VEX, aerial drone competition, online challenges, JROTC, girl-powered, scholarships, certifications, and so much more. To discover these exciting opportunities, visit recf.org and get connected. Kendall, let's start off first with your PTO. I know when we were talking earlier, you said it's a bit unique on how the wattage is done for it. So love to hear more about that. And then anything else that you want to add into with your drive gearing as well.
Right, so looking at the season, we wanted to do a two-motor shooter because we could run at a faster ratio. But we didn't want to do 55-watt drive because we wanted to have the extra power and be able to speed, just fast in general. So we decided to PTO the motors to the drive. The way we do this, we have a pretty interesting way of the gearing. So it's 400 RPM drive, it's 36 tooth gears and then 72 tooth gears in the middle, they're lathed down. And then these gears here, using fusion, we figured out how high this C channel needed to be offset. And we just figured out, tried different things. And then we used 24 tooth gears here that are at 600 RPM. So the bottom ones run at 200 RPM and there's 55 watts under these two. And then these four on the top run 600 RPM. So this connects to the 72 tooth gear, so it's 24 to 72, so it gears it down.
When you were looking at approaching the season on it, obviously it's a very important and integral thing to your robot. What made you, when you were analyzing the over-under game, say, hey, this is the route we want to go? Why was this so important for you?
Because we felt later in the season, especially for skills, it was gonna come down to how fast you could get your 44 match loads off. And if we were gonna wanna run it as fast as we could handle, we didn't wanna have to worry about the extra motors overheating. And we didn't really expect one motor to be able to do it. And also, it's such like a crazy game. There's like a lot of like pushing and shoving. We wanted that extra power to just have an overall advantage. So this 22 four-tooth gears is kind of offset, but it works out. And the reason we did this, so the motors would all be compact together. We wouldn't have to raise it up a bunch, so we could keep our center of mass low, which was a big thing. And we could also keep everything compact. So the PTO here switches to I'll show you. Switches to the 60-tooth gear, and then that runs to all the way across. You can see it switches here, and then it runs to a 60-tooth gear, which goes to 12, 60, so basically gears it all the way up. Our cycle time is about 5/8 seconds, which is about as fast as our match loaders can handle, so it works well for skills, just giving us as much time as possible to push them in.
Let's keep moving on to your robot here. Ben's going to be talking about the blocker that you have and the integrated climber as well, too, within it.
Yeah, so we knew hang was going to be a big thing this season. Our first design cycles, we tried to shoot for a high hang, but then after watching multiple competitions, we realized you weren't awarded very many points for those high tiers. So we shot for a B tier hang, which would elevate us just one tier above other teams, and we could get the extra like 5 points. So what we've got here is we've got these 4 pistons here, which powers the hang mech. Turn it on. And so we have these sleds here. Those sleds allow us to ride up onto the bar, and it locks us into place. When we ride up there, we can get a passive A tier, but we can also retract the pneumatics, and that gives us a B tier hang. Another thing is, since other teams are also including hangs similar to this, we knew we wanted to be a better partner, so we also included this component here, which extends out, and we can do a balancing on the center barrier.
Looking into the future with the meta of this game, are you looking at evolving past like a BRT hang in the future potentially in your robot?
Yes, we've Been constantly looking at multiple competitions, and throughout team meetings, we've been deciding like what we want for the future, and that may be a possibility.
Very cool. Let's talk about locking wings on your robot. Andrew is going to cover more about that. So with your wings we were talking earlier, very nice design with it overall. Run me through how it works.
Yeah, so our locking wings are so that when we're low on pressure or when we don't have as much pressure, we can extend those wings so they're not going to lose, they're not going to be sloppy when we're pushing in goals because there's not enough torque, right? So this works because we have our locking wings here, and they have this little plate. So when these extend, when the high-shrink doxel extends, the high-shrink doxel catches on to that plate here, which is a shaved-down washer, so that when we are pushed against on this side, we're pushing in tri-balls, the locking wings will lock, and they can't retract all the way. And that's something we found out because in previous competitions, we would push tri-balls in, and our wings would just give out because it just didn't have enough power. So this will help us with making sure we can push as many tri-balls as possible.
I got to wrap up here. I'm going to send it over to Chase for this one. We were talking earlier about the name Boogie Woogie and a bit of a competition between some of the other teams here. Why is Boogie Woogie the best team name here at Speedway?
Well, I mean, it's the most fun, it has the most songs named after it, and it's probably the most lyrics in most fun songs. So that's what I would say. How we actually chose our name is when we were freshmen, one of our senior teams was listening to a song. He's like, guys, I'll give you $10 if you make your team name Boogie Woogie.
All right.
So we're like, all right, bet. And we got $10 off of it.
And you put it in NFTs, didn't get anything back out of it.
We didn't get anything. We didn't win money off of that one.
Well, Boogie Woogie, phenomenal machine. Thank you so much. As we're filming this, they are currently the #1 seed here at Speedway, so we hope that maintains all the way through, and can't wait to see how you do here, and wish you best of luck the rest of the way. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, thank you so much.
This video on fun is brought to you by viewers like you, and also in partnership with the following. The Robotics Education and Competition Foundation provides fantastic programs for students from elementary school all the way through college. These include VEX, aerial drone competition, online challenges, JROTC, girl-powered, scholarships, certifications, and so much more. To discover these exciting opportunities, visit recf.org and get connected. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on our new videos. Keep the conversation going and provide your input to our content. Most live shows can be found on the First Updates Now YouTube channel, live competitions at twitch.tv/firstupdatesnow, and join our Discord at discord.gg/firstupdatesnow. Check our other social offerings on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.